ดีกว่านะคะไปพบกับท่านเลยค่ะขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับคุณอานนท์นะคะวันนี้จะมาพูดคุยแล้วก็มาบอกเล่านะคะเกี่ยวกับกิจกรรมต่างๆในงานวันนี้ค่ะคุณอานนท์อุ่นสินมั่นค่ะ CEO สมาคมฟินเทคประเทศไทยขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับดังๆเลยค่ะ
คุณชาชาครับก็ขออนุญาตกล่าวต้อนรับนะครับแล้วก็สวัสดีตอนเช้าวันอาทิตย์นะครับนี่ก็ตื่นเต้นสุดๆเลยนะครับก่อนอื่นผมคิดว่าก่อนเริ่มงานคงต้องขอบคุณนะครับทางเจ้าของงานทาง NIA นะครับแล้วก็งาน Sandbox Thailand นะครับที่ให้โอกาสทางสมาคมฟินเทคประเทศไทยนะครับเป็นสมาคมน้องใหม่ครับแต่บอกเลยว่าไฟแรงมากแล้วก็เรื่องฟินเทคเนี่ยผมว่าน่าสนใจมากๆนะครับวันนี้เนี่ยขอบคุณทาง NIA และ Sandbox Thailand นะครับที่ให้โอกาสทางสมาคมเนี่ยได้มาที่งานนี้นะครับวันนี้เรากิจกรรมมาทั้งวันเลยนะครับตอนเช้านะครับก็ซอฟต์หน่อยนะครับผมจะขออนุญาตเล่าเกี่ยวกับตัวว่าฟินเทคมันคืออะไรอย่างสั้นๆนะครับแล้วก็แนะนำทางสมาคมนะครับแล้วก็เพื่อไม่ให้การเสียเวลานะครับสวัสดีผู้ชมทางข้างล่างนะครับแล้วก็ทางที่ดูทางไลฟ์สดของเรา Facebook ด้วยนะครับโอเคผมก็ได้ขออนุญาตพรีเซนต์เป็นภาษาอังกฤษเลยละกันนะครับเพราะว่าเผื่อออเดียนหลายๆท่านนะครับถ้าเกิดว่าท่านใดอยากทราบข้อมูลเพิ่มเติมเนี่ยมาคุยกันข้างล่างได้ Okay, from now on, please allow me to make a presentation in English. So I think it's better for everyone. Okay, and I hope that my English is quite easy to listen. Okay, thank you. So I would like to start quick before we go over what is the F13 here. F13, what it is. Let's say let's briefly discuss about what is fintech, right? Some guy here may already know fintech. I know it well, right? But I think many people are not familiar with fintech. Think about this way: it's simply the finance and technology come together, and its byproduct is a fintech. We always use this every day from the beginning of our life, right? In the presentation, you see the ATM, the credit card. And now everyone using the mobile phone as a main channel to do the financial transaction, right? No one's gonna go to the brokerage house, the stock exchange, or even you may not visit the physical branch or the bank frequently this day, right? You do everything from the mobile phone, right? Interesting. What will come next? The technology change so fast. So I already told you that fintech is a synergy, finance and technology. Why you should know why the fintech is very important thing that you should know today. Let's see this picture. It's a survey by the CB Insights, one company in the US. They do a survey. The estimation of the investment in the fintech startup or relevant to the fintech is growing for the last 5 years. It's growing so fast. And we believe that the number is increasing every year. This is only that you can find the public in the news. But of course, there are many things, many investments that done behind this. Maybe you are the investor that you are starting to invest in something, but you don't want people to know, right? When the fintech here, it's hard to not explain fintech by not describe about what is innovation, right? Think about you do something new and it impacts everyone in the ecosystem. It benefits everyone, especially in the commercial way, right? Innovation that to be the disruptive innovation, maybe it should have some criteria. Maybe this way, about 7 criteria. Think about something that easier to use, something that maybe change the business model, right? Say the number 5 is it creates a value to everyone in the network. This is very easy to understand about innovation, right? From now, everyone store on the cloud. You are not going to send a mail, right? You use an email, of course, 10 times, 100 times than the mail, typical mail. And in the middle, you see that the computer, the personal computer, including the mobile phone, change a lot. From the last, I think maybe 15 or 20 years, your mobile phone is only just to receive a call and dial, right? And now your mobile phone may be more powerful than your laptop of the 5 years ago, right? The RAM may be already 4 gigabytes for the mobile phone, right? And it can do many things for you, especially when it comes to the AI, right? You may have already seen the presentation last week, maybe by Google, right? They even make a phone call to appointment for you at a restaurant, right? And next, I would like to talk about the business model. It's now changing, right? For the last maybe 100 years, we are with the old model. In this case, they use the word pipeline. What the pipeline here means, think about the factory. You have the input, the raw material input to the factory. The factory process or manufacture, and you get the output, right? Which means that the demand supply is a straight line forward. Now, we are on the era of the platform business model. The platform here means that I think it's easiest way to describe what it is. Think about the people here, the logo here. Say, for example, Amazon, right? On Amazon, which is a very, maybe probably still the biggest e-commerce in the world, right? We know that Amazon is probably the biggest bookstore in the world. You can be a writer. You also can be the buyer, right? You can be anything on the Amazon, which is very different from the pipeline model, right? If you are a writer, you have to be a writer. You cannot be the buyer in the model. And here, the other thing, say the YouTube or the Facebook, right? They are media company, but they don't even produce the media on itself. It's everyone here. You are the user, and you are also the supplier of the thing to this platform model. And fintech, you just quite similar in the platform model. Here's a very good picture to tell you about the evolution of the fintech. Here, the slide, it divides into about 4 era. Let's begin with the first one. The first one, the era that started with the disrupt of the telephone and telegraph. It changed everyone, right? We may not see why it changed so much because when everyone here, when we already born, right? We have the telephone, we use the telegraph, we even have the email already, right? But the thing about that, the first time in the world, you can send the voice, send the message across the world within 1 day. It changed many things, changed the way you do the business. And then the second era, at the time of the electronic banking, when the computer start to the wiring commercial open, right? That's the evolution of the ATM and the electronic banking. For example, the SWIFT, which is the system behind the bank or the financial institution in the transfer of the money, is the SWIFT. SWIFT born in 1976, if I'm not wrong. And then the world changed rapidly. You can see that in the first era and the second era, the first era take about maybe 100 years, right? But from the second era to 2007, shrink to about half, 50 years. This picture is very interesting. If you see the dot line here, 2007, that's one thing born in that era. And I think it changed everyone, changed maybe the world, impact the world. Maybe some guy already know what happened born in that era and changed over the world. It is the iPhone, the first iPhone, and around October is 2007. And it changed the way people think about mobile, changed forever, right? Even iPhone itself call themselves iPhone. They not call themselves the mobile phone, actually. And then come up with the technology on hand, right? It changed everything. In the developed world, because people already have the mobile phone, it can get rich, right? It's starting to create a new business model. They come up of the startup. If we go back a bit, since the beginning of the internet, right? The Amazon, the Google, Facebook, YouTube, everyone here, almost that name born in that era. And with the evolution of the mobile phone, everyone can get access to the Facebook, YouTube easily. But let's think about the developing world, behind world. It's the 3.5 here in this model. Why is different here in the developed world? The good example, think about China, right? In China, there's many population, right? The largest population in the world. But more than half, I think maybe 3/4 still lower than average income, right? And then think about the mobile phone, iPhone. Let's say Android phone may be a better example. It gets cheaper every day. Today, I think roughly 1,000 baht, 2,000 baht only, you can have an Android phone, right? And when you have an Android phone, you can access to probably every financial transaction that you can think about. And that also changed the developing country because when the mobile phone is cheaper, many people can get access to the financial product easier. Here we call the financial inclusion. And this is the thing that FinTech, we're going to help everyone. It helps you about financial inclusion. And of course, it will reduce the financial transaction cost. And here we are actually being in the era of the 4.0 era. And there's many things come up. We talk about big data. We talk about artificial intelligence. We talk about the Internet of Things. And we are talking about the decentralized thing, which actually is blockchain. I'm going to briefly tell you about this. Let's start with the big data, what it is. It's a more simplified term. Think about that. It's a new set of data that you never had before. The volume increasing, the type of data increasing. The very good example is that it's a social network data. Now, the Facebook know what you are looking, right? Every day. Imagine you may already face by yourself. You search something for some product in your web browser. Say you are searching for the new running shoe, for example, right? Within I think maybe less than 10 minutes, when you switch from the web browser application, you open the Facebook application, you're gonna see the advertising about running shoe, right? It means that behind the scene, the artificial intelligence of the Facebook application, they know that you are looking for something and gonna show you that the thing that you are interested, right? That's a good example. So we change from the enterprise resource planning, from the internally, for the only internal data. The next era is about the customer relationship management, right? We use the people to get in touch with the customer to get some information that may not in the quantitative thing. Think about the relationship manager of the bank or the advertising agency of the marketing agency, right? You got to know you got to know your customer well. And now we are the era of the big data. We're starting to collect the data unnoticeably, right? You even don't know that you already provide the data to the service provider. Say there's Facebook, YouTube, the Google, right? If you are looking for something, it will gonna show you about the relevant products. Or sometimes it even push you with the thing that your friends is seeing or is still in trend right now. Think about the drama series, think about the product this day, right? It's gonna feed you automatically with the thing that you may interest, right? And next we're gonna talk about the smart data. This is an example, right? Example of the Starbucks. Starbucks use the data about the temperature. Say the picture on the left is in US. Starbucks use data of the temperature chain, the weather chain in the each state, right? And gonna recommend the promotion. For example, in the state that going to a bit colder, it's gonna announce the promotion about hot beverage, right? If we're going to increase the sale. Also, Starbucks use the data to analyze how to set up a new location so that it not gonna much cannibalize with the old location. And here, the picture on the right is the new application of the Starbucks in the South Korea. More than half of the sales starting from the mobile phone. You can even order your customized beverage on your mobile phone and send to the barista. And when you are at the store, right, you just do the payment by your mobile phone. That's all. Very easy. Let's see the Internet of Things. Say, I think it's quite straightforward. The things all around you connect to the Internet in the way that you may not know that it already connect. And the key is that it also feeds the data automatically. Very good example. If you are an athlete, you run, you cycling, you running, you do running, you do cycling, and you may familiar with the sport device, the wearable device. Let's say, for example, the Garmin. You may think that Garmin is not relevant to the fintech, right? But I can tell you that now the wearable device, including the Apple Watch and other things, starting to have the function that connect you to the payment system. Within, I think maybe within 5 years or 10 years, you can do financial transaction, say purchase of your food, your beverage and everything, or maybe even do the banking or about your identification. You can do almost everything through your wearable device. As quickly about the AI or the artificial intelligence. The concept of the AI is not the new concept. The AI concept starting already start about 1950. And in the last 20 years, that concept about how to teach your AI to be smarter. It's a concept of the machine learning. And now there are new concepts about deep learning here. In deep learning here, a very easy example is that now your AI can see the picture, even the standstill picture, the photo, or maybe on the video, or even the live. And it can recognize the pattern, recognize the thing that it sees. Say it can now know that this picture is a cat, this is a dog, and what it is in there, right? But these all here are just a subcategory of the AI. These are the artificial intelligence. Now the AI is still in the state of most AI are still the narrow or the specific AI. It means that it's gonna do maybe one or very few specific thing. Think about the AlphaGo or the Google, right? It just learn about how to play Go with the human and already beat the world champion already, right? The AI is gonna evolve more and more, and we hopefully one day it's gonna reach the state of the general AI. Of course, good example here is the guy here, a very well-known robot from the Japanese manga, the Doraemon, right? When Nobita crying, Doraemon know that something happened, right? Always had a problem. And you have the Terminator, you have the Jarvis of the Iron Man. It's not only the scientific movie, it's gonna happen very soon. The way to teach AI is very complex. It means you don't have to teach about how to do the mathematics equation. You just give the AI the picture or the solution. It's gonna learn by itself. It's gonna think about the statistic, right? When you give the AI about 10,000 pictures of the dog have a different size and breed, right? Some have the straight ear, some have the low ear, some are small, maybe smaller than a cat, right? Some are very big, maybe even bigger than the typical dog that you can see, right? Maybe bigger than human, right? But when AI see a lot, enough information, and when they see the new picture of the dog, they can use the data on its own to predict what is the likelihood that AI think that this picture is a dog. AI will never say that this is a 100% dog, like we are the human, right? When we see a dog or a cat, we can easily say this is a dog or a cat, right? Because we have we still more intelligent than the computer or the AI. But the way AI can predict something, it uses the data and analyze the statistical way and tell you the likelihood, what they think this picture it is. AI now can even draw the picture by just tell them that I want the picture of the yellow bird. This is the AI of the Microsoft. It can even draw the picture on their own. AI, a big data, it's going to help you about the financial thing. Say now you're starting to do the portfolio, portfolio management. Say the human are now still important, but you also need use the application on the model. Say the AI to help you analyze the data. And it's going to help you many things to do the credit scoring and even to trade the security for you automatically. Now, most of the transaction in the US, more than half, are done by the computer, not the human anymore. And the new thing about the decentralized thing, let's briefly talk about the Bitcoin and blockchain. This concept is starting at about 2008. What is blockchain? It's a new way of the system that in the world, blockchain is said that it's trustless. It doesn't mean that you don't need a trust anymore, but the system can be trusted by itself. Say you don't have to go to the bank to verify the information for you. You can reliable. You can rely on the blockchain network to verify the information for you. This is really interesting concept. And it's going to take, I think, maybe at least 3 hours to talking about this in depth. So I'm going to jump quickly. Let's say you can do the transaction with everyone in a network will be your witness. So no one, or maybe it's very difficult for one person to do a scam or to fraud because you have to manipulate or control everyone in the network, which is quite almost impossible. You see, I'm going to tell you briefly about the Thai FinTech Association. It's very important. We are already above, starting for the unofficial, when we start to form as a club, I think it's almost 2 years already. The FinTech here is going to lead you to the financial inclusion. It helps you reduce the financial transaction cost. But FinTech Association, or we call the TFTA, is very important. We support the competition, and we also promote the people that would like to do about the FinTech, right? Think about that. If you come up with the idea, you would like to do something, you are the programmer, you are the veteran in banking and finance sector, right? If you are alone outside, or even you have a team, a small team at a company, it may be very difficult for you to launch a new product or compete with a big player in the market, which I refer to the financial institution. And this day that financial institution, they don't look at the FinTech as an opponent or enemy anymore. They are looking for the collaboration with the FinTech startup. Here we set up the incubator program, which we call the F13 here. Our founder here, we set up with this guy. Say our chairman is Mr. Gon Chatikavanet. He was the Minister of Finance about 10 years ago, and also the veteran in the banking and finance sector. And everyone, the rest are all FinTech entrepreneurs. They come together to set up and run this association for everyone's benefit. Nowadays, we have a member around 170 members already. You see, this is the categorized of the member here. We are getting more active more and more this day. You can follow us on the Facebook. I will show you the QR code that access to our Facebook. It's important because in Facebook, we are gonna invite you to the public event that open for the public to join. Most of the, I say 9 from 10 events is gonna free of charge. You can join. TechSource one survey that the Thai FinTech company in 2015 have already allowed around 40 company. In 16, jump to 80, double. This is in Thailand only. And by our survey so far, at least this day should have at least, I think maybe more than 150, maybe even reach 200 already. And we can probably say that if let's say 150 in Thailand, we can probably say that I think about 80 or 90 already become our member. It means that the Thai FinTech Association, TFTA, is really the center of the financial ecosystem, the FinTech ecosystem in Thailand. Our program here, we open the program for the applicants, the interest applicants to apply, and we will help you for the 6 months. We will provide you with this facility. The sum of the example here, the logo here, is just the small part of the partner. Some partner provide you technology, some partner provide you expertise. Let's say the lawyer. Say we have the advisor here. We also partner with the Baker McKenzie, the #1 law firm in Thailand, I can say that. And we also have the Thomson Reuters, say, for example. The first batch, we open and we closely help about 13 teams. And today, in the afternoon session, about 7 teams are willing to come up in this step and present to you about what they are doing. The rest are a bit not ready today, and maybe some even shy to be on the stage, actually. But some already open the booth or go to other things as well. If you'd like to learn more about them, you can go to our website, the thaifintech.org. Again, thaifintech.org, not .com, not .co.th. The best way is to go to our Facebook. Like I told you that you should follow our Facebook because we always host this kind of event. Let's say the picture on the top right is a venue that we located in the KX building. It's near the BTS วงเวียนใหญ่ 300 walk from the BTS วงเวียนใหญ่ We normally host an event at least once a month. And in this day, we can say that we have the event more than 3 or 4 events a month. Most are public to everyone to enjoy. But we also have to run some special event that we open and invite, invitation only to the member, which I would like to encourage individual to join our association. So you will get a more faster to get the news, and also some benefit, some invitation from our partner. Say last week we actually sent the email about 10 tickets to one event with one ticket. I think that ticket cost more than 2,000 baht. For example, it's just a briefly picture about our activity. Many people nowadays are interested in the fintech and follow us more and more this day. This is a picture of the grand opening that we ran on the Valentine's Days. We already ran from about 1 year, and we decided to do the grand opening. The people here in the picture is a high-level executive from the Ministry of Finance, the Bank of Thailand, the Security and Exchange Commission, and also the Office of the Insurance Committee. Not only this, the direct regulators, we also collaborate with the many other government entities, say NIA, EDA, DIPA, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Science and Digital Economy. Let's say we try to collaborate with everyone, both the government and private sector. Do everything, the best effort that we can to help the fintech in Thailand. And here, I would like to take this chance to thank our sponsor. Because we are the non-profit organization, it's very hard for us to do something kind of the commercial event. Say, we have to find a sponsorship. And this, the 5 financial institutions are our current sponsor. Thank you to the Siam Commercial Bank, the Kasikorn Bank, the Bank of Ayutthaya or the Krungsi Bank, Alliance Ayutthaya, and also the Muang Thai Life Insurance, and also very important, the KX building, the knowledge exchange for innovation, which provides support us in terms of the venue and the place so that we can have the office to operate. And here, I would like to stop with this slide. At this point, if you would like to follow our Facebook, you can simply use a QR code here, or maybe you can contact our staff here. We wear a black T-shirt with the logo of the TFTA here, for example. See, I'd like to thank you again for the audience here at this Startup Thailand event, and all the audience that are watching our live. So if you're thinking about fintech and you don't know where to go, where to contact, it's a good place to start. Just contact the Thai Fintech Association. Thank you again. I hope that you will enjoy our activity today. Thank you.
ขอเสียงปรบมือด้วยนะคะ Thank you very much คุณอานนท์ about the amazing presentation for this morning เรียนเชิญค่ะเอาละค่ะจบกันไปแล้วนะคะสำหรับช่วงต้นนะคะที่เราได้พูดกันถึงภาพลักษณ์นะคะแล้วก็องค์ประกอบโดยรวมค่ะที่เกี่ยวกับฟินเทคเชื่อได้ว่าหลายๆท่านจะได้รู้จักฟินเทคมากยิ่งขึ้นนั่นเองนะคะแล้วก็